Hey friends, Grandmaster Brown here. This week, almost all students should be testing and taking their final exam for the semester. Remember, it's not up to the student or the parents if a student takes an exam, just like in any school. If you aren't ready, then you take the exam and learn what you need to study more. Now, keep in mind these three things. Number one, we aren't testing you for your black belt today, and instead are building the foundations for that illustrious day. Number two, this is not a pass or fail. Doing great on certain things can help you to pass things that you're weak on. And number three, testing helps you to see where you need to apply more effort and more practice. Now, we do the final exam early in the week so that we have the rest of the week to get people caught up who didn't pass. In almost all cases before the week is up, all students pass. We are rotating the curriculum next week, whether they pass or not. So if they don't pass, they aren't going to see this material again for a very long time anyway. So we may as well move on. Now, don't worry about memorizing the form. Putting that in big capital letters there, guys. I once watched an instructor fail a student because they had not yet learned how to count to 10 in Korean. A, what does counting in Korean have to do with defending yourself? And B, we're supposed to be empowering the students, not tearing them down. Now, forms are the same. Practicing the same thing over and over and over can be boring, but the purpose of forms is to give the students something to stay mentally engaged on while they do more repetitions of the moves they need to practice. No one is going to do a form in a fight, but they will use the techniques that are in our forms. We only care about how well they can execute the moves within the forms. There will come a day when they're red seniors when they will come back and do all of these forms again. At that time, it is doubtful, even if they have it perfect now, that they will still have them memorized. Memorization of the form at colored rank is far less important than execution of the technique. Now, who should not take the final exam? All right, so this is coming up a bit here. Number one, some white belts who just joined and don't have enough classes. Number two, some yellow belts who just recently earned their rank. And guys, check with us, we'll let you know. Number three, certain students who have not attended enough classes. According to the instructor, not the student or parent, some may be ready. We will make that determination. All right, and number four, red seniors who are taking one extra semester for this stripe. You cannot take two, but one extra is allowed. So if you're sure you're not ready, take that extra semester, but be prepared. You only get to take one. Now, yes, things are different than in the old days where students failed and were belittled and humiliated for it. For some, that was motivation to do better. For most, it was emotionally destructive and negatively affected them for the rest of their lives. We know more today about how people learn, how to teach, and about child development than ever in human history. You wouldn't want a doctor who practiced medicine with no new medical knowledge or procedures that were more recent than the 1970s. It should be that way with everything, especially child development and the psychological impact of negative punishment. Now get with us to go over everything and help your child prepare. This is what is most important to us. Now you can follow the link in the description to go ahead and register for the graduation. Hanshi out.